Hello, YouTube, the Spider G. Got my overhang here. I'm gonna give this overhang tripod thing a try. So I'll see if this actually comes out better than in an angle. So what I'm gonna do is take the T8. You can see what I'm doing. Now I know what they mean by trying to look around the camera. And then the T8s. Alright, so if you're getting too much resistance, grab T8 on your stubby, put it directly in it, and there you go. Break it apart. The next step is take the screw out entirely, so that way you don't lose anything at all. These are very, very tiny screws. You lose one and you're screwed. But, alright, so remember resistance. Do not once. So, alright, grab the stubby. If you don't have to take the pocket clip off, try not to. Them T6 screws will really. Alright, so everything looks really clean. I was thinking about putting skips in this, but I am waiting on a couple of premium knives that take those. So I'll take what I have. So I want to kind of save those. I gotta hit up Skiff and get some more bearings. I need to get some 6mm, but 6mm 3/64 is usually what's going on right now, or 5mm or 1/16 to 3/64. My Kung Wu ashers, or ashers made by Kung Wu. So the cutout is in here. Remember, I put the cutout in here. Is making all their pivots larger, which I like. It's cool. I'd rather have a bigger pivot for strength, stability, all that, than smaller pivot. For obvious reasons. Remember that stop pin. Look at that. That stop pin is in there crooked. This is a good time to show. That was in there crooked. Wasn't really having any trouble that I could remember, but like I said, if that stop pin is not seated in, people they don't. It's very underestimated. And that is the product of a lot of people's frustrations. Is it simply this stop pin? Make sure it's all the way flat. You could take the pivot out, clean it, do all that. You could, but I'm trying to make this a quick one. I'll go ahead and get the stand off if I can. Lubed up the bearings. Let's lube up this bearing. KPL regular or original for the bearings. And as far as for the detent hole and ball, I recommend heavy. So I'm going to lay this bearing down, open and facing up the track. All the spots where they're gonna hit, any bearings are gonna hit. I'll write that down, and then I'll go ahead and put this away. And bring out the heavy. Make sure there's nothing in the detent hole. Just put a drop. Remember, don't do too much. It could work in reverse. Gunk up. So you just need some there and some on the lock bar detent ball. Just a drop, enough to cover it. And then you could actually just dab it so it doesn't start leaking. Doesn't matter. For some strange reason, it always starts leaking out like you put a whole bottle in there. Don't worry about it, just keep it clean and keep your lock interface dry. And if you got alcohol Q-tips, you know, always continue to keep the lock bar dry, especially with alcohol, so you can prevent the any lock stick. If you get any lock stick, that's usually what it is. If you start getting that after a while, after the alcohol, move to the Sharpie. Start marking up the lock interface as the lock bar can help rub that off. Alright. And then get back to smoothness. And you'll be good. Alright, so everything's put back together. The old snap. We all love the hair. I was telling you how important that. There we go. Okay, everything's in. That's stop pin is in. So make sure that's all good. Let's go ahead and put this pivot in real quick, just so I can get an idea. Alright, let me scrape against it. Let me go ahead. Let's T8 body screws on this Kubey Tityus. Flame Dano 14C28N steel. It's a wonderful steel. So easy to sharpen. It's crazy, but it takes a good edge. Hold it. Alright. Just snug it up. There we go. The old snap. That's what I was looking for. So if that's not that, what that was this stop pin. Now I could screw in any further. Before I had it screwed down all the way down. Alright. Very good. Consider that dead nut centered or all the way true. The blade is true. That's my coin term for it. I know lefties dead nut centered, that's his. Mine, I call it true. Blade is back to true, true centered. But that is the disassembly. And if it needed maintenance, that's what you would do. Just clean it up, lubricate the bearings, tighten it up to your specifications. I like mine not to be so drop. Guillotine. Make sure all the, okay, that's rock. It's a bank vault. Still dead net center. Hers still true. Right dead net center. Alright, so we are true. And let's try all the methods. First, the flipper deployment. Great deployment. Middle finger flick. That's good to go. Side flick. Good to go. Flipper. Drops down. Alright. That'll conclude today's disassembly of the Kubey Tityus and flamed anno, titanium scales, blue anodized hardware with sort of bead blasts, stone wash type of covering on the blade. Should probably clean up the my scratch patterns a little bit, but it's got a really good edge on it. But that'll do it. Thank you very much. This is Spider G saying peace. I will see you on the very next one. Let's see how this came out. Have fun, stay safe. See you on the next one.